Well, hello everyone. It's Friday again. Do you know, I can't believe how quickly these weeks are going. And we've been in lockdown, for about 8 weeks now? This is the 9th week. What are we finding to do? Well, I'm glad it's Friday and we can have our Smartie time. But I wonder, have you been helping Mummy clean out any toy cupboards or any of her cupboards? And have you found things that you've lost or maybe you'd forgotten you had? Well, I've been cleaning out some of my cupboards to keep going, and I found something that I'd forgotten all about. But I'll show you that next week when I do the story. So now I'm going to pass you over to Bev.
Oh, hello. I was just having fun in my den. But it's nice to see you all. Hello, Charlie. And hello, Arlo. And Amelia. Hello, Evelyn. And Rosie. Hello, Archie and Jessica. Well, I'm sitting in my den because later we're going to have a story where some very exciting things happen in a den, so stay watching. But first of all, we're going to sing our hello song. Here's my teddy, Freya. Are you holding hands with Mummy? Who else is there? Is Isaac holding hands with baby Samuel? How about Ella and Ava and Maya? Are Emily and Layla there? Good. Well, let's start singing. Here we go. Hold your partner by the hand now, let's swing hands to and fro. Hold them high up in the air now, let's hold them down low. Let's swing them once again now, let each other's hands go. Now let's look at those around us and shout out, hello! Ready to sing again? Hold your partner by the hand now, let's swing hands to and fro. Hold them high up in the air now, let's hold them down low. Let's swing them once again now, let each other's hands go. Now let's look at those around us and shout out, hello! One more time. Hold your partner by the hand now, let's swing hands to and fro. Hold them high up in the air now, let's hold them down low. Let's swing them once again now, let each other's hands go. Now let's look at those around us and shout out, hello! Now let's look at those around us and shout out, hello! Hello, hello, let's shout out hello. Now, today I know that some of you have made dens especially to watch Smarties in. So, have we got Emily? Are you there with Rupert Bear? Yeah. And Joel, are you there with Baby? And perhaps James and Martha as well? How about Micah? Are you in your den with Lammy? And perhaps Kezia too. I know Vivi, Betsy and Tilly are very good den makers, so maybe you're in one too. And perhaps Safi is, with Kezia and Ellie. I wonder, is Pippa? Maybe Isabel is too. Barnaby and Ada, have you been making dens in your lovely garden, I wonder? I wonder if Ebony Rose is too busy playing and running around to sit in a den today. Well, it's time for our story. Well, are you ready for our story now? Are you sitting comfortably and have you got your listening ears? We're going to have a true story now. It's a story that you can find in the Bible. And just like the stories that Annie told us and that Gemma told us, it's a story about an amazing rescue. And that's because it's a story about God, and He works the most amazing rescue plans. Now, this story is about a king. The king is called King Darius. and he was a powerful king, and he ruled the land. It's also a story about a man called Daniel. Daniel loved God very much, and he was wise. But it's also a story about lions in a den. Can you say, roar? Here all are scary lions. Now, God had made Daniel able to understand lots of difficult things, and it wasn't long before the king of Babylon noticed him. King Darius liked how clever Daniel was, so he made Daniel his most important helper of all, and he put him in charge of lots of other helpers. But the other helpers didn't like this. They wanted the king to like them best. They wanted to get rid of Daniel, so they spied on Daniel. They tried to find things wrong with Daniel, things that they could tell the king. Things they could, but there weren't any. None at all. Except just one thing. Every day, 3 times a day, without fail, no matter what, Daniel went to his room, he closed the door, and he prayed. They smiled to themselves. Let's get the king to make a law. No one is allowed to pray to anyone except to the king. Daniel won't obey this law, and he'll be punished. Ha ha! They were pleased with themselves for being so clever, and they hurried off to tell the king. The king liked their idea. He didn't know they were tricking him, so he made it into a law. Everyone must pray only to me. And if you don't, the lions will have you for their dinner. Roar! Daniel heard this. And Daniel knew that it was wrong to pray to anyone except God. He had to do what God said, whatever it cost him, even if it meant that he would die. So Daniel went to his room, he closed the door, and he prayed. And that's just what the bad men knew Daniel would do. They skipped straight off to tell the king, "Oh, your most glittering, wonderful highness, your law says, does it not, that everyone must pray to you alone?" "Yes," said the king. "Oh, magisterial brightness, wonderful king, then correct us if we're wrong, but it would seem that Daniel is praying to God, not to you." The king was sad. He had been tricked. He didn't want to hurt Daniel, but he couldn't change his law. And so he let the soldiers throw Daniel to the lions. And the king said, "May your God, who you love so much, may he rescue you." Now the king went back to his palace. But he couldn't sleep that night. Not a wink. He tossed and he turned until finally, at the first glimmer of dawn, he leapt out of bed and he ran straight to the den. "Daniel!" he cried. "Has your God rescued you?" And you know what? Daniel shouted back, "Yes! God sent an angel to close the mouths of the lions." Daniel didn't even have a scratch. So the king made a new law. Daniel's God is the true God, the God who rescues. Pray to him instead. And God would keep on rescuing his people And the time was coming when God would send another brave hero like Daniel, who would love God and do what God said, whatever it cost him, even if it meant he would die. And together they would pull off the greatest rescue that the world has ever known. Well, if you enjoyed that story, you might like to make a lion picture. Can you see this picture of a lion? Perhaps at home you've got something like a paper plate that you could colour in with yellow or with orange crayons, and then perhaps you could cut up some bits of tissue paper or colour in some paper or use some wool. We've got some bits of paper here from the shredder, and then we just stick them all around the outside with glue. Do 2 little eyes, a nose, a mouth and some whiskers. And if you'd like to make it into a mask for yourself like we did for our dog, you can cut out the middle and then you're left with this. So have fun making those. Now, Emily has chosen our next song, and it's such a good choice, thank you Emily, because only a God who is bigger and more powerful than anything or anyone in this universe is able to do rescue plans like we heard about in the story of Daniel. So we're going to sing, Our God is a Great Big God. Are you ready for the actions? Here we go. Big God, our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and he holds us in his hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and he holds us in his hands. Higher than a skyscraper, deeper than a submarine. He's wider than the universe and beyond my wildest dreams. And he's loved me and he's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and he holds us in his hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and he holds us in his hands. He's higher than a skyscraper, deeper than a submarine. He's wider than the universe and beyond my wildest dreams. And he's loved me and he's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and he holds us in his hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and he holds us in his hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Holds us in his hands. Holds us in his hands. And he holds us in his hands. And he holds us in his hands. And he holds us in his hands. Well done, everyone. Great singing. Now, Joel and Micah. Do you know what this is? It's a little duck, isn't it? Yeah, and we're going to sing your favourite song now, 5 Little Ducks. Can you count to 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. 5 little ducks went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mother duck went quack, 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 but only 4 little ducks came back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little ducks went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 3 little ducks came back. 1, 2, 3. 3 little ducks went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 2 little ducks came back. 1, 2. 2 little ducks went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 but only 1 little duck came back. 1 little duck went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 and no little ducks came swimming back. Mother duck went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 and 5 little ducks came swimming back. Great singing, everyone. Very well done. Now, I wonder, does Luna have Flopsy Bunny and Peter Rabbit with her today? Because our next song is chosen by Luna. She would like Sleeping Bunnies. So can you crawl into a ball and fall asleep? And I'll start the music. Are you ready? Here we go.
Little bunny sleeping till it's nearly noon. Shall we wake them with a merry tune? They're so still, are they ill? No, wake up, bunnies! Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop and stop.
Back to sleep.
Little bunny sleeping till it's nearly noon. Shall we wake them with a merry tune? They're so still, are they ill? No, wake up, bunnies! Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop and stop. Little bunny sleeping till it's nearly noon. Shall we wake them with a merry tune? They're so still, are they ill? No, wake up, bunnies! Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop and stop.
Brilliant. Well done. Well done, everyone. Well, it's time for our final song. And I wonder, Primrose, can you guess what our song is about? That's right, it's about monkeys. Now, I haven't got 3 monkeys, but can you count 3 monkeys on your fingers? 1, 2, 3. Are you ready? 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. 1 fell off and bumped his head. Mommy called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. 2, 1, 2, ready? 2 little monkeys jumping on the bed. 1 fell off and bumped his head. Mommy called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. 1 left. 1 little monkey jumping on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. Mummy called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Great. Well, thank you for joining us for Smarties this morning. We hope you have a lovely weekend and see you next time. Bye, everyone. Bye.